What up, guys? Hope you're having a good day. Today I've been thinking about some things and feeling some things. I don't think we're meant to know where we're going in life. I don't think we're meant to know where we're going in this life. I just feel like everyone pushes that you need to know where you're going. And if you don't, you're lost. But I almost kind of feel like the opposite's true. Like, if you know where you're going, then you're actually the one who's lost. But I don't know. Like, how can you know where you're going? You don't know, like, what life is going to throw at you. And my whole life, I felt like I should know where I'm going. And I've never felt like I've known where I'm going. And it almost makes me feel like I'm going to cry. Because, like, I think the reality is no one knows where they're going. And we all think we're supposed to. Like, who fed us this? Like, when did this idea come into the human race that, we are supposed to have it figured out? It's just like everyone is just like, maybe I'm just jealous of people who have it figured out. I don't believe that that's true, but it just feels like people who have it figured out and like know where they're going, it's almost like a mask because they're too afraid to like actually face the fact that this life is so much bigger than us. And we want to play God. But I think just the reality is like, you just don't get to play God. And the longer you think that you get to play God, the more you suffer. It just like irks me to my core. Like, people that have, I've said it a few times, people that have like a 5 and a 10-year plan, it just feels like they're just, I don't know, it just feels so, like, how can you have picked that? What in your mind, like, are you so confident about that you, like, want this specific thing in the future? And you just put all your efforts toward it. Like, I don't know, there's something about it that just feels like, fake. I don't know. But my motivation for this video, after that little rant I just did, is that I really believe that it is such a struggle for all of us to like have it figured out. And I know there's so many people like me that just don't have it figured out, and they think they're supposed to. And they believe it. They believe that there is something wrong that they need to fix. I don't know, like, we're the only animals that do this. Everything else just lives and like responds to reality. And I've been reading this book. It's called The Surrender Experiment. It's probably backwards because my camera's facing backwards. It's called The Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer. And the premise of it is that you don't get to play God. And the best that you can do in this life, and it is very high. This is not a nihilistic statement. The best that you can do in this life is to respond to this present moment and to serve this present moment with the best that your will can provide. So rather than looking at life as like something to control and have your wants and your dislikes and want to control it into making it what you want, rather be okay inside already, and you don't know what to expect. You just, each moment as it comes through you, you accept it. You accept the moment as it is, and you just serve that moment to the best of your ability, and you stay open. I think even, like, I'm 29, and my whole life, other than my childhood, I've been just spending worrying and just not having this underlying feeling that I don't have it figured out, I need to figure it out, and I can't figure it out, and I don't know how to figure it out. I have all these ideas in my head, like, you need to have a certain type of career by this time, you need to know what you're doing, you need to settle into it, you need to know yourself and have ambition and drive toward that aspect. Like, man, that I've been trying for so long, and it just feels like I'm trying to solve the wrong problem or something. And the whole time, if you can relate to what I'm saying, the whole time that you're trying to solve it, you're also just like staying closed off to the world, because you're so like fear bound and you're so self-conscious in your head that like things that happen in front of you, you don't even notice, because you're so in your head and you're consuming material because you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to figure it out logically, and you're consuming material like YouTube videos, like something even like this one. You're consuming all this material to try to figure it out, but really what you're doing is you're numbing yourself and you're closing yourself off to the world and to yourself. You don't want to see yourself like as you are. You don't want to give yourself the grace to just like exist with all your flaws. To look it in the face that like you don't have it figured out is like so painful. And I think it's just time that like if you're really struggling, to just be real with yourself. Like, let yourself be a human being. Let yourself not know jack shit. Because the reality is, we are these little gnats in an infinite universe. And to think that we have control over the next moment that's going to appear in front of us is so out of line with our current position that it's almost comical when you look at it. But that's like what we're doing every moment. So what is the alternative? Let's just, I'm gonna think out loud here. Like I've read this book, most of it, but I've never put this into words, and I kind of want to really sift through this. Like, What is an alternative to thinking that you need to just have it figured out and trying to figure it out and failing? Like, is there anyone who's really made a 10-year plan and just had 100% no doubt about it? There's no way. And anyone that picked a plan and they stuck to it and they went through it, they picked that plan arbitrarily. And for it to have worked out, honestly, is mostly luck. It is some will, but it is mostly luck. You need to have a lot of chips fall in your favor. What is an alternative that just doesn't take as much effort, that leaves you open to the actual universe rather than your small egotistical self trying to just like solve its negative emotions? What is an alternative? An alternative is to let go of yourself. So it's not an action, it's just relax and stop fighting anything. What if we could just stop fighting like everything? Stop fighting the good emotions, the bad emotions, the good events, the bad events. What if we just allowed the universe and our humanness to play through this conscious form, to play through our consciousness? If you take that initial stance that you are an infinite being of consciousness, and ultimately anything that arises within you, internal or external, it has no ability to affect what you truly are, which is awareness. If we can take that initial stance and be open to all things, letting things go, not fighting things, if we can initially take that stance, and then no matter what, we don't close ourselves off, we stay open to everything. If we can take that stance where we are just 100% open, even just that, forget everything I've said in this video, if you're just 100% open, meaning you're not resisting anything, there's nothing wrong, even your most painful emotions that come up, you just let them be there because they can't affect you. You don't need to push them away. And it's not up to you to push them away. This is part of what it is to be human, is to feel these disgusting emotions. If we can start from there, everyone watching this video, if we can just start from there, where we are this consciousness that is open, we can live a life where we just take each moment as it comes and we just do our best to serve it. And this book, that's the premise of this book, The Surrender Experiment, is that if you can just allow life to come in and opportunities, you just take them as they come. Like someone says to you, you want to do this? You say yes. Like, I would like to do that. If you just do that, where will this life take you? And isn't that so much more thrilling than having a 10-year plan and just struggling your butt off to get it to work, and when it doesn't, you're just chapped. You're just fucking chapped about it. What if we could live a life where we're just open and we take each thing as it comes? And we just serve the moment we're in as best as we can. I don't know, it gives me chills when I think about it, because we've been brought up in a society that is so binding, so constricting, that like it's almost lucky if you just get to even like be able to see it a different way. Like our whole lives we've been brought up to just follow the order, you know? Like school is just get your homework done on time. You have a deadline for this. And if you don't finish it by this time, you're going to be docked marks and you're going to be punished. And this is the material, whether you're good at it or not, you're going to just follow it, and hopefully you do well, hopefully you don't. It doesn't matter what your like individual strengths and weaknesses are. Or like get in line. If you want to talk when the teacher's talking, you put your hand up. You ask for permission for things. And you go into the gymnasium for friggin' whatever, one of those giant group gymnasium sessions. I haven't thought of this in like 10 years. Forgot about these things. They'd like line us all up like cattle on the hallways, and then we'd come in, and then all the parents would be sitting there in the little rows, and then we'd be walking past them like, yeah, look at me, I'm a kid graduating grade 7. But we got to line up first. And then if you didn't graduate grade 7, your parents would have a fit with you. They like, you're not as worthy in their eyes if you don't finish grade 7. This whole life is just us being conditioned to follow an order. And then we project that once we become an adult, which is like, I'm 29 and I've been an adult less than I've been a teenager. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I just put that into the world. I'm like, okay, I'm done school. No one's telling me what to do anymore. I need to have it figured out on my own. I need to like just know exactly what I need to do, and I need to send it for that goal. Man, I haven't even gained the skill of doing that in school. Like, they just tell you what to do and they tell you what to study. They don't tell you how to be, you know, an individual. But even then, even if I did know what I was doing, I think that idea is just not right. If you think, dude, if you could, okay, I just had a weird thought. Imagine if you have the emotion of love. Like this, if you embodied, like, imagine the emotion of love as a human being. Like, it's just like pink human, and it's got like these rays coming off of it, right? It's just this pink human, and it's just love. And would you think that love, if it could be embodied in a human being, would be upset if something didn't go its way? Would be upset that... Do you even think it would make a 5-year plan? Like, if you had love just embodying human, I would picture that thing to be just, no matter what happens in its life, it loves it. It loves it. And it doesn't even make a plan, because what is a plan? A plan is just neuroticism and fear manifested into your projections. Like, I just imagine this loving being just totally open to everything, just loves everything unconditionally, no matter what happens. It just loves it. It just loves it. when you think of it that way, like, what type of person are we trying to be if we're going to be having a 10-year plan and knowing exactly what we're doing and tunnel visioning on it, and not knowing anything else that's going around, not seeing the opportunities that are just appearing in front of us? Imagine, dude, like, I don't even know how many opportunities I've probably missed just from being like in my own head and in my shell. If you could imagine, like, you were just present with every moment and so open, like you're just, anything that happens, you're 100% acceptant of. Imagine like what is possible for your life if you could just say yes to this every moment. Someone offers you something and you're just like, yeah, let's do it. Instead of saying like, oh no, I had different plans and these other plans are here because I'm stressed and neurotic and I need to stick with these. I hope that's making sense. I hope this video is making sense. I hope you guys can relate to what I'm saying, because I really do figure that I'm not the only one that feels like this. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't want to live. I don't want to live my life just buying into fear. I don't know. Like, I'm allowed to be afraid, and I don't want to resist any aspect of myself, but I just don't want to live through those lenses. Yeah, I think that's it for today, guys. If you watch this and it resonates with you and you've stayed till the end, I bless you and thank you for being here. And if something struck chord with you, I'd love if you could comment just what you're thinking, if you relate to it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.